Hello, crafty friends. This is the Paper Chef here. Welcome to this late night unboxing. This is part one of many. And what I'm doing is I'm going through some products that I received from the annual catalog 2023-2024. It goes live May 2nd. You'll be able to purchase things from the catalog. And perhaps if I don't have a craft-a-lanch here, we can show you what the inside or the outside of that looks like. But I'm going to put this on top of the pile. Here we go. This is the catalog. So this is what I'm talking about unboxing. May 2023 to April 2024. I can't show you the inside of this catalog just yet. We'll do a walkthrough when the catalog goes live. But what I'd like to do is go through these colors because I'm doing a cardstock share. You can sign up for the cardstock share and receive samples of each color. But I need to start working on that. So I wanted to just go through these colors with you and then start working on putting that together. All right, so let's start with the in colors. And if you're here, just say hello. We're not only going to open these things, we're going to just play with them a little bit. We'll do some drawing on, some writing and some sampling of these colors. So these are in color markers. There's 5 new in colors. Every 2 years, we get new ink colors. I'm just going to probably break this box. So they last for 2 years. So right now we have some retiring ink colors. And then these are new ones. Now, alone, they might not be like the sexiest colors, right? Here are the colors. But together, they make a nice color palette. They go together well. That's a nice thing for us. So let's look at these colors. And we will write them as we do that. How about that? We'll just write them with the marker. And I get to play with the new markers as well. So that'll be kind of fun. So let's start with this one called Copper Clay. Let me see if we can see that. So you could, okay, copper. Copper clay. There we go. So then we're going to just take a little streak. That's the thin side of the marker. And then you have a little streak here. We'll do that with the thick side of the marker. There's a brush tip side. They seem the same to me as far as the kind of marker. I know they said that they've done some things to these markers. So we'll check it as we go. But I see the caps are smaller. And let's compare the new markers to the older markers. Let's do that. I'm just grabbing, this is an older style marker. This is a Starry Sky marker. So if you look at the new markers, the caps are smaller. Let's see if the length is the same, or a little bit. No, they're a little bit slightly longer, but it doesn't really matter. They're just slightly longer. The new ones are, and the caps are smaller. And they said that they have a little bit a new design inside too with the nibs. So let's compare nibs. Why not? Let's check out these nibs. Yeah, see, there's now a nice nib on your marker as opposed to a tiny little point. So I do like that. So, but I'm not replacing my markers. People ask me that already. So many people, are you getting new markers? No, I got these new markers because I don't have a lot of these markers. I got some new color markers, but I am not replacing. I bought a gigantic set of markers before. So hell no. Why would I get new markers when I already have the whole set? But I did get the new markers. So let's check out the next color. Well, let's not digress. Boho blue. I do like these nibs. Pretty cool. And let's do that. Okay. So that's the next to the in colors. We got some earthy tones here, right? And I want to peek into my labels because in my labels, I do things. And if you want to download I was a digital download. Okay. So Wild Wheat, Boho Blue. I guess Wild Wheat would have been. I'm just looking at the way that they're written in the catalog. We'll do Wild Wheat next. How about that? So if you like if you like to organize yourself, organize your colors, go ahead and do that. Download my digital download from my Etsy store. So wheat, wild wheat. All right. I'm not going to lie. These are not my favorites. Out of these, I'm liking the clay the best out of these. That's just my first initial reaction. Which one is your favorite out of these once I'm done writing them? Please tell me which is your favorite in color. So now we have this one called Moody Mauve. Okay? Moody Mauve. Now, because I was not a fan of what's called Rococo Rose, I am pretty much not a fan of Moody Mauve, but again, it goes so well with these other colors. So what can we say? A nice. And then this is the one I did a career fair today. I was at a elementary school working with second graders. And I brought all these stamping blocks and I brought some of my Zany Zoo. I went to, because I had just got it in the mail and I thought, let's play with Zany Zoo. So here's like, for example, I had the Zany Zoo. I mounted it and everything. And then I got there and realized I had no ink. I had all these stamping blocks. I drove all the way to school and I had no ink. So I gave them this pebbled path ink to use. And they did a nice job. They didn't mess it up, which was really nice. But it's a nice neutral color. And then they were able to color with their own markers and things. Oops. Not B, it's a P, pebbled. I will just write it again. P-E-B-B. Pebbled path. All right. And we're going to write that. And so here, just scribble that out. I'm not worried about it. And there you go. So now we'll play with, now I just wanted to show you, those were the markers. And we worked with both the thin tip and the thick part of all the markers. And we'll do the same with these other colors later. But now let's check out the blends. We'll see how they come out. Let's pull out. And I did get a bunch of blend storage. Is this the copper clay or is this? Nope, this is the pecan pie. That's not the copper clay. So blends are alcohol markers. They are light and dark alcohol markers. I'm throwing away all these little bags because I'm going to be putting these into the Stampin' storage. So let's see how these come out. We'll put these underneath. We will do the light and dark with the brush side. So I really like working with alcohol markers better. And then when you touch them together, they sort of blend together. So you can see when you color things, you can start with the outside, work your way in with the dark to light. All right, as I do this, I'm getting rid of these off the table. We're making room. Making room on my table so we can play with other things. Okay, wild wheat. Okay, we have the light. I like the way that brushed on. I'm glad that it's not too dark because the markers seem dark to me. Yeah. The dark one of the blends is going to be a lot like your light one of the marker. So anyway, back to Stampin' Storage. So we have a Stampin' Storage system. And we have a great way of storing our blocks and markers and blends. And so that's what I think I need to, I'm not sure if I have them already or if I have, but I just need to reorganize my inks by color again. Oh, that's nice. How they blend together. Is this the Pebble Path? Yep, Pebble Path. I'm not sure, is that the Boho Blue? Yes, that is the Boho Blue. I always like to do the light one first. So that's the Pebble Path light. Pebble Path dark. It's a nice neutral color. Okay, there into the bucket. And we have the Boho Blue. There's a new mini machine that's this color. It's going to be available to customers. It was part of a sign-up special. Get on my newsletter if you're not on my newsletter because I do go over all these things. It's going to be available to customers in May 2nd, if there's any left, because they're allowing demonstrators, a way to use this right now. That's pretty cool. Okay. I'm liking the blends, and let me get rid of the markers in the blends. All right. Now let's do this. Let's take, I have this as a photopolymer. Enjoy your day. And I'm thinking I would, I'm just going to unmount some of these. Gosh, these Zany Zoo is like my new favorite. By the way, for May and June, that's going to be my workshop series. So get on my newsletter so you can find out about when I open up signups for that. Right now, I have a sign up for the cardstock share. And that's in the description of this video. That's the current thing I'm working on. I am by myself doing all this, but of course my mom helps a lot. She's awesome. So we are just putting this, I'm looking for the case of this. So I can only kind of do one major project at a time. And the reason I'm going through all the cardstock now is then I can start sharing it and things. All right, so let's use, I'm thinking it would be fun to use this thank you. That's what I was thinking. That's what from this one. From this is a Irresistible Blooms, because it's a nice thick, I just want to see how this comes out. It's just my idea. Plus I thought it would be nice to see how a photopolymer stamp comes out. And I had this mounted because I let the kids, the second graders today, use this stamp and they loved it. This was a paper pumpkin. In fact, they were so excited when I told them about what I do on YouTube. And they were like, how many subscribers do you have? How long have you been doing it? Do you do this? Do you do that? They were so excited asking me all these questions. And I showed them things that we make. And I talked about, you know, what I do as a full-time crafter. And I explained the difference between a hobby and a professional crafter, and, you know, how I do this as a living, to make a living. And I showed them some of my mom's clothes that she makes. It was just really cool to work with. They were so excited. And one little girl said to me that she wants to be me when she grows up. And that just made me like so happy and proud that like they had so much fun crafting that she wants to be a crafter when she grows up. So like, how great is that? It's such a fun time with the second graders. I was just going to stamp this on a piece of paper. This is actually the same basic cardstock, but I'm going to stamp it on there first. So I'm using copper clay. I'm just going to go over here first just to, oh, that came out nice on the first try. How lucky are we? So what I did is I did a lot of things I've done on this channel. So the first thing I started out with the second graders, oh, that came out better than I expected. And we're going to clean it off in between with I'm going to do this one too with the Enjoy Your Day. We'll just flip it over and do this on the back. Right? Or maybe I could do it over there. I got to do it on the back. Yeah. So that's a photopolymer stamp. That's how it comes out. Just going to do the baby wipes between. And so I do a lot of things I've done on the channel. So recently my niece and I showed how to make these little baskets that my team member, Jean, had showed in my Paper Chefs team group. She showed how to make these little baskets, and they were really good. I knew my nieces and nephews could make them because they had already made them at my house. So I thought that would be a good activity. So we made little baskets, and then we made diaper fold treat pouches. You all know about those. I do diaper fold treat pouches a lot. So we did diaper folds. I'm just stamping onto this paper first just to make sure that, oh, awesome that the ink is clean. I knew this would be a good stamp to pick. I was like, which stamp could I show the nice font for in these colors? Really like that. So then I also showed them how to make some origami envelopes. And recently I had done a gift card workshop, which will be published soon. I did a course on how to make gift card holders and everything. And so I was like, well, maybe I could show them how to make some of the origami envelopes, which would be nice for a gift card or just a note card. And they did it. They were like masters of origami. And then I showed them, after I showed them with like 12-inch paper and 8-inch paper, I then showed them how to, that's the boho blue. Showed them how to do the same thing with tiny paper, like 4-inch paper, and they were able to do it. They were able to fold those envelopes with just 4-inch paper. So that made me really proud. And then they kept coming up to me, look, or can I do another one? Can I make another basket? I'm like, here's 6 more sheets of paper. I sat there for hours cutting the paper for them so that they were able to do that. All right, next we're doing wild wheat. Preparation is key when you ever do kids crafts, because kids crafts, you don't have a lot of supplies for everyone to use. And I had 2 classes together, so I had like 40 kids, and I had 2 classes, and I said, I better have everything prepped. But I had the teacher's helper, there was a sign language interpreter, I had a microphone, and there was someone who helped with some of the kids, and I had a couple aides, extra, they're called paraprofessionals, helping. The teachers were helping hand out supplies. The students were helping. Once they figured out how to make something, they were like showing the others how to do it too, which was really great. Oh, by the way, something about this new, oh, that comes out pretty dark when you stamp it. So be careful with this. You might want to do some off stamping. Let's try the off stamping. Like when you're second generation. Ooh, that didn't come out. That's kind of too dark for me, the wild wheat. Oops, and I already messed up the front of my sheet too. You know, because it's a little, I just thought this would come out a little lighter. I like the way the thank you came out, but not the photopolymer for the wild wheat. So far, still copper clay. I'm liking copper clay the most. Let's see. So these new stamp pads, somebody was telling me about the new stamp pads having 2 stickers. So check this out. Let's see if I haven't looked at it yet. Yes, there's 2 English, there's Wild Wheat in English twice. So now you can do what I do, which is I put them on, I put the color on the inside, and you can also put your color on the outside if you like. On, you know, this is a good side to put it on. But I mean, this is the side I pull these out from my shelf, so you can put it under there too. That's if you want. You can do something with that second color. So that's nice, a nice little improvement to the stamping pads. All right, let's see who's on here late with me. I can't see any of you because my camera's up so high. So I'm going to move this down, and then I can see the comments. I mean, I can see you. You haven't disappeared, your comments. It's just that unless I wear high heels, I can't get above this camera. All right, so we have Phil from Florida. Nice to see you. I'm glad some late night crafters came up with me. You know, when you get your unboxing, you just got to do it, right? Can't wait till the next day. Got to start playing. Hello, Yvonne. Yvonne Walker's here. Dawn. Alberta. Nice to see you guys all. Lynn. Yes, I have a great haul. And this is only part of my haul. That's why I said part 1. Can't do all the parts together. Okay, Caroline is here. And Hilda. Someone said the old markers were not refillable and the new ones are. True or false? I don't know. Good question. Does anybody know if the new ones are easy to refill? I'm thinking that little nib would be easier to take out than the old nib. The other nib was impossible to take out. The old nib was like already like welded plastic. So, I mean, without me pulling apart the marker, I could just kind of tell you the answer from what I see here. Look, you can't take this off. This was like welded plastic in there, right? And then, that side, you'd have a big mess if you try to take the brush off. So I'm thinking the nib, I'm going to grab a new marker, and the nib looks to me like a lot easier to take off. But I mean, I don't know if that makes it refillable. Do you want to go through all the work or get a new marker? The problem is we don't sell our markers by themselves. That's our problem. We don't sell markers like one at a time usually. You have to buy the whole set. Oh, that came out nice. And that's kind of like you can't just buy like a Moody Mauve marker. So you kind of do have to kind of get in the habit of trying to refill them, because otherwise. All right, that's a little bit too juicy, right? Let's try the next one. Not so much. These are just a little too juicy right now. Now, what you could do, little too dark for me, for my liking. It doesn't look like Moody Mauve. This one does. See, that, thank you, looks like it, but when you do this photopolymer, it looks a little dark for me. But, you know, you can, like, wait till they get a little bit less juicy and kind of leave them open and let them air dry a bit. I may have to do that for a couple of these that are really juicy. Just kind of let some of that liquid evaporate off. I'm just getting rid of all the ones I used. I'm up to Pebbled Path. That one. And then we're going to move on to some ribbons and paper and other colors. But I don't have all the blends for every color yet. We're just doing, it's the one the kiddos used. So I know that they didn't mix colors because I only had one color. I didn't give them a lot of colors. I usually give kids a lot of, color choices, but I was like, nope, this is my new in colors. We're just going to give them like one color choice. But I gave them a lot of stamp choices. Putting that one over there. Oh yeah. I like the Pebbled Path. I'm happy with Pebbled Path. Because it's not too dark of a gray. It's nice. Okay, pretty cool. Yeah. So far I'm liking Copper Clay. Pebbled Path would be my second. I know it's a gray color, but it's my second as far as like how it's coming out. And then I do like Boho Blue because I love blues and greens. That kind of looks like puke to me. I don't know. And this one, I'm just not into mauve. But hey, it's probably someone's favorite color. Sorry about that. Just say what's on my mind. All right, now we're cleaning this off. We're done with that. I'm not going to do any more color testing. If I do any more color testing, it'll be just with the markers and not, and maybe with my Lost Lagoon, I'll just do this one. But all the others, we'll just test with the markers. All right, so get rid of this. I'm just going to put this over there. Clean that off. And we're going to continue with the in colors. Yeah, wild. Okay, so I wasn't the only one. And let me see what we're getting. What kind of comments we're getting about the colors. Okay, we got the refill, true or false. We're not sure. I'm really liking all the new in colors. Returning ones too. Yvonne saying, Virginia is saying boho blue. Virginia, nice to see you. Copper clay. Yvonne saying copper clay is her favorite. Lynn saying moody mauve and boho blue. Good. Caroline, wild wheat maybe. Diane, good evening. Hello, Diane. Nice to see you. Zany Zoo. Lynn got her Zany Zoo. Okay, Ontario, Canada. What I'm showing you now is the new In Color Designer Series paper. The colors are new, and also every color will come out in this design because we have patterns of Designer Series paper every year. So all the colors are going to come out in this. I didn't get them yet because I wanted to see what they look like in the in color. So I got with the in color ones. So there's hearts. That's pretty cool. And every color is going to have these. This pattern and this pattern. Okay, so this is the wild wheat. What I'm showing you is the In Color Designer Series paper. Let's see what the other pattern is. Dots. I'm liking the dots. And the stripes. Okay, this is kind of better than last year's patterns, I'm thinking. Yeah, so mine just came. So I just got 2 boxes at once. And this is my order from the pre-order, from the catalog. Hello, Louise from Canada. Hello, Melissa from Texas. Now I'm going to show you Pebble Path. It's just, you get 4 of each sheet. It's like a pack of 40, so pretty nice. Just let us know what color you like the best as I show you. Which of the in colors you like the best. And then later you can tell me which of the other colors you like the best because we'll show you those as well. As I go through with the markers and write something with those. Not bad though. I like the hearts. Not that one as much, but that's pretty cool with hearts for the moody mauve. I could see those as cute little backgrounds. I could see these as cute little diaper folds and Circes and little cute envelopes and stuff like that. So what is the thank you from? Okay, the thank you is from the one that I've been doing for the last month. Where have you been? No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, where have you been? Because this is the one that I just did, like, I don't know, 4 hours of YouTube videos on this month already. But you probably didn't see this. You probably didn't notice it. But we did, one really cool thing about this thank you stamp from the Irresistible Blooms is that you can use the rectangular postage stamp punch to punch it out. So I need to show you that, guys, that you're going to love this because this is on clearance. If it's still available, it was on clearance. Check this out. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't that cool? So we were doing this as one of the projects in our workshop series, the one I'm doing on YouTube right now. If you want the little curly Q at the end, you have to go all the way over like that, and it fits in there. But if you want to just do that, I kind of rather do that because then I feel like the sentiment is more centered. So, love this retiring punch. So useful. Anywho, let's get back to, where was I? Moody Mauve. Oh, I was still saying hello. I have so much to do. See that? All that stuff I'm doing. All right. So Nicole is here from Perth, Western Australia. Nice to see you, Nicole. And Virginia's saying she's from California. So it's like, it's good. Okay, how do I label my blend? Do I label the end of your blends? Well, here, I do sell the labels, and I was showing you that in the video. So I don't label the end of my blends but I was showing you how my labels, the ones that you can download from my store, I was showing you how you can use them on your blends. Personally, I don't label my blends or the ends of my things or my inks at the end. I don't label any of that because I know what ink, I put everything in color order. It's so easy for me to find my colors. I already know where they're at. In fact, what the problem was, I had them all set up and then I had to redo them because I got these IKEA shelves. And then loving the copper clay. The IKEA shelves got in the way, I had to end up lowering all the shelves and I had to redo all my color order. Not the whole color order, but the stack. And I didn't know exactly where they were. But now I've memorized them again. So now I'm going to insert all these colors, have to sort of memorize their location again. But yeah, you could label the tips of them with those circle labels. You could label, but I don't need to. I just look at what's laying there and I see by the marker color what ink is there. And I go from light to dark. This is cute. This is a cute little blue. It's kind of like a country blue. In fact, I have some country DSP that I'll show you in another unboxing. I'm pretty sure it used this boho blue. All right, so that's the In Color Designer Series paper. And now I will show you the ribbons. And the cardstock and all. There's lots of stuff that goes. Whenever we have new in colors, I just get the whole kit, kat, and caboodle. I get I get the paper. I get the markers. I get the blends. And then the other things, I work my way up. I'm working my way through the collection. Now, before I open these, I want to ask you something. Those of you, because there's a lot of demonstrators on here. In fact, a lot of my team members. And a lot of you were able to pre-order. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about. You were able to pre-order. Like April 4th, they let us pre-order. Yeah, so Louise is saying she also doesn't like wild wheat. Diane, copper and boho, good. Diane, Patty likes them all. Okay, did anyone get this ribbon here and see that it's like a little bit smaller? Or do you think it's just the way it's wrapped? See it? See that? Look at this. I don't know. Is it just me? I'm going to see how much is in there later, but I'm wondering if this one's just not as thick, the boho blue. It just, look how much more it looks like is in the other ones. But either way, we're going to open it up either way. And my friend Ian, he helps me moderate my group. I like how he does it. He leaves the plastic in there. And then that's where your ribbon doesn't come all unraveled. So when he was unboxing, he left this plastic on there. Oh, this is a really neat texture. So it is called textured ribbon. So that's what it's called, boho blue textured ribbon. And then we have our, let's see. I like it because this Pebble Path has like a nice pink tone to it. That's nice. Okay, I like the wild wheat ribbon better than I like the wild wheat ink. So when I make tags, I'll do a video on making some tags. And what I plan on doing is using this to tie up my tags. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about my color labels. I could show you last year's. I just haven't done this year's because I just got the paper. Ooh la la. I never thought I would like this copper clay so much. But like everything, I thought it was like more like rust and terracotta tile. But it's not. It's a lot lighter and I like the copper clay. And Moody Mauve is cool for this ribbon. This ribbon's cool in all the colors, actually. I'm liking the ribbon. So here's what I'm talking about. Every year I do this, so stay tuned for me to do this again this year with the in colors on my YouTube channel on how to make these with your ScanNCut. In case any of you have launch parties, you can use my labels and then I show you how to make this shape with the ScanNCut and how to make the hole and how to resize your hole if you want a different hole. And then these were just in colors. I've been doing this for years. And then I send out these swatches, usually with some of my catalog, but the problem is I've already done the catalog survival kit. So I would have to send these out in the future with something else. I'm not going to just mail these, but when I did it, I've already sent out catalogs this year. Well, mostly. But if you could still request a catalog, but just with my kits. There's no catalog request form. But anyway, that's what that looks like. And I was planning on using these to tie up my tags. Let me go back. I just don't do the whole catalog mailing anymore because I'm already over it. Did it already. Been there, done that. And then I bought this ribbon, which is sadly retiring. It's called Pool Party ribbon. And I am putting this because the color's not retiring. Pool Party is a great color. Pool Party sheer ribbon. It's a great color. And I'm not, in fact, I can just take this off because I'm going to be using this in one of my kits, I think. Pool Party is one of the colors in, I'm pretty sure, in the Zany Zoo collection. So I think I'll give you guys some of this ribbon with your next kit. None of the ink colors are part of the Zany Zoo collection. All right, let's look at this. Copper clay cardstock. I'm going to open the 12 by 12, so I don't need to open each of these. Boho blue. Moody mauve. Do those ribbons, let's see, tie well. Well, do they tie well? Let's try it. I don't know. I don't know if they tie well because I just opened them for the first time, so let's see if they tie well. They look really bulky to me. They tie well, and they stay tied, right? I mean, they're fine as far as that, but they're very bulky. So maybe not more for like your 3D gifts and those little tags rather than a card. So bulky, they tie well, they stay tied, they don't slip apart. There's not any wire in them if that's what you mean. You know, like the best ribbon for tying is, I don't know if it's retiring or going to like an online only, but it's called, this one's pretty good for tying because it's flat. It goes like on cards and it doesn't get, it's kind of flat. But anyway, there's one called Glittered Organdy Ribbon. It has a little bit of wire inside. That's the Moody Mauve. And the wire makes it so easy too. Yeah, they're very bulky. The wire makes it easy to tie the Glittered Organdy. Wild Wheat. And this is the Pebble Path. So now let's look at the 12 by 12 because I have to open it anyway. And then you could get a better look at the cardstock. I'm not going to play with the cardstock as far as like making anything with it right now. But I'm going to make the tags. That's what I plan on doing with this 12 by 12. The reason I do 12 by 12 is it's just more efficient for me with the ScanNCut to use the 12 by 12 paper. I make a whole sheet at once. All right, so let's pull that open. because there was a glare on there. So we'll just now see this. Let's move this. Let's move the irresistible blooms out of the way. So there we go. When you get 12 by 12 paper, you get 1, 2, 3, 4 of each piece of cardstock. Perfectly formulated. All these things are perfectly formulated. All they go together. The ribbons, the cardstock. There's such coordination. That's what I really love about it. Copper clay and pebbled path. All right, so that's the cardstock. You got to look at that. Now let me move that away so I have more room. And I can go to the next thing. Which is, the next thing is, before I do the other colors, is the ink color dots. And then I'm done with the ink colors. After that, the ink color dots. And I can show you the new colors. The new and returning colors are next. All right, that's in my bucket. I'm going to get rid of these ribbons. Okay. Put them down here. All right, where was I? Oh, here it. This is the last thing. Okay, she made tags using the template. Awesome. She's already done the tags. Good, because Louise, thank you, Louise is saying she already got the labels from Etsy and she's already made tags. Thanks, Louise. Because what you could do is there's a video on how to make the tags from years gone by, and I do videos every year to show that. But I have a lot of new subscribers in between each year, so I just like to go do the tutorial again. Plus, I do the tutorial again because I'm actually making tags myself. So I'm glad you were able to make all your tags. So these are really nice. These remind me of the other ink. There's some dots that look like this now. And I like these because these are like kind of flat. They're not like going to poke through the envelope. Well, they're not that flat, but they are called 2023-2025 ink color dots. So I should have saved the markers, but I was going to see how well they actually coordinate. But they look pretty close to me, except maybe that one's a little bit lighter, but I'm glad it's lighter. I remember last year's ribbons, there was like one ribbon, like I think it was Sweet Sorbet. I'm like, it didn't really look anything like the ink at all. These dots look pretty close. So there you go. And now we're going to play with, let me get another piece of paper so we can play with these colors. These are called new and returning colors. So we're going to open up the markers and see what's up. So this is a pack of markers that you can get. So any of you can get this. This isn't just a demonstrator thing. My glasses are so fogged up. Let's wipe those off and see if anybody said anything else. I've made the tags, bulky. Okay, fans method. Okay, I've started using fans. Oh yeah, Ian's. Oh yeah, good. Okay, Lynn's saying she also likes Ian's method of leaving the plastic on there. Boho blue looks smaller. Right, that's what I'm saying. I want to know why the boho blue looks smaller. I'm asking, okay, she's asking how many yards are in there. I don't know why it looks smaller, if it's just maybe not as thick, or I'm going to just measure it later and see if it's smaller. Okay, she's asking why the boho blue, or how many yards are here. Approximately 10 yards. But we'll see, because my mom does my ribbons for me in my ribbon shares. So we're like, Mom, are you on it? What's the actual measurements? She's a seamstress. She does everything exact. All right, so let's now write these down. Or let's just, actually, we don't need to write them down. I'm just going to say them, just to save us time because it's late, okay? I'm going to say what these are as I write with them. So this is called Berry Burst, okay? Berry Burst is a returning color. Let's do the other returning colors. We'll do returning colors first. It used to be, part of a collection. So I have, I think, the ink already. That's why I didn't buy the ink. Yay for Pretty Peacock. I'm waiting on the ink pad for Pretty Peacock because this goes with the workshop we're doing this month. The Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper has Pretty Peacock in those colors. Here, let's put them back in here. Let's put them back in here so I know that I've done them. All right, another returning color is Lost Lagoon. This is a long-lost returning color. But let's do Lemon Lime Twist first just to make the paper look cuter. We'll do Lemon Lime Twist. Love this one. This is my favorite. I could tell you right now. Before I even do the rest, this is my favorite. I just love this color. It's such a good party color. Such a happy color. It's bright, but it's a returning Lemon Lime Twist. Now we'll do Lost Lagoon. Lost Lagoon's it's not like a happy color, but it's a color that I love. It's in my palette of colors that I love. And I love it so much, this is why I also bought the ink pad. So we'll play with that too. That's the only ink pad I have of all these colors so far, but I do have other ink pads. We'll stamp something with it. All right, let's see. Any other returning? Misty Moonlight's a returning color. Misty Moonlight was one of the in colors a couple years ago. Was it on here? Here, it was part of this group, see? Misty Moonlight's part of this group. It looks to me like I'm getting an extra fresh freesia here, right? Now I'm going to have 2 fresh freesia markers because I have one of these already. I already have fresh freesia's returning, but it only just left like last week. No, it hasn't even left yet. It's going to be leaving next, or whatever. In May 1st, it'll leave, and it'll return the next day. So that's why they're calling it a returning color, fresh freesia, because it was part of this collection. Now, these are all retiring. This one, pale papaya, soft succulent, evening evergreen, and polished pink. So if you like those things, get them now because that stuff goes quickly, things that are retiring. This one's coming back, though. All right, so that was the new and so those were called the returning colors. Whoop, this is a returning color. Blueberry bushel. Ooh, I love that. I used to do a lot with the snowman with this color. I had a nice snowman set that went with that. Now we got 4 new colors. 4 new colors, yay! And we're gonna play with these, and we'll do it these 2 here. Let's do these next to it. All right. So what I'm gonna do next is this called Azure Afternoon. Ooh, what a happy blue. That's a nice blue. But in my opinion, we did not have to get rid of the Pacific Point. That was a nice blue as well. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing the blends at the same time so I can get rid of the blends. Not get rid of, just put them in my basket here. Okay, next we will do this one. This is a bubble bath, right? Okay, Azure Afternoon, put that in there. Bubble bath. Ooh, my marker's not very... Doesn't seem very juicy to me. But I'm not going to give up on it yet because it could be the way it was being shipped and everything. You have to store your markers like this, horizontally. Let the ink flow both directions and then go from there. Go from there to see if it's really... Ooh, I love that blends. I love this bubble bath blends. You go from there to kind of see if like it's still really light. But that marker is not very juicy. But like I said, could be just the way I shipped it. All right, that was that. Now let's do Lemon Lolly. Lolly, lolly, lolly. Get your adverb here. All right. And do the marker. Ooh, la la. I like the marker. This is way nicer than the, what would it be called? So Saffron. This reminds me a lot of So Saffron. Yeah. Nice blends. Nice marker. And another new color is called Pecan Pie. I already opened the blends for that because I mixed it up with copper clay. Pecan Pie. Ooh, whoa, did you see that? Ink went everywhere. When you took the lid off there, it splashed everywhere. Hope it didn't get on the shirt, because this is not coming off my shirt. This is alcohol. Oh boy, it did, didn't it? And my mom made me this shirt. I'm wearing a shirt. Well, you can't really see it here. Let me show you the bottom pattern. My mom made me this shirt. And it just got ink splattered all over it. Yikes! Because a part of what I was talking about with the career day with the kiddos and the 2nd graders, as I was telling them that my mom also is a professional and she sells her work. And I was showing them some textiles I was wearing and the matching bag and stuff. But this just flew all over me. Yikes. Be careful opening that guy anymore. And let's see, we can go up to this lemon lime twist and just kind of do some blends up here. And this one was Pretty Peacock, I'm believing, yeah, Pretty Peacock. I may have to save some of these bags because if I ended up buying, this is the dark. If I end up buying a couple extras that I already had from before, then I may have to, offer them as prizes. So I probably don't want to get rid of the bag just yet. Yeah, that's the light one. Okay, I like how those blend together. That's pretty nice. This is the blueberry bushel. But I'm not sure if they had blends at the time because I had like this ink from so long ago. Like I know I had an old Lost Lagoon and then it came back again, but I know that they didn't have blends at the time. They didn't even invent the blends yet, the Stampin' blends. They became such a big thing. Blueberry bushel. I'm just saving a couple bags and not throwing them over the edge here. And we have the Lost Lagoon. That's up here. So light. So you can always see they always come in a set of light and dark. This one's really close together. You can barely tell them apart. Ooh, I love that Lost Lagoon. Love that. All right, now what one was that? Oh, Misty Moonlight. I probably didn't get the blends for the Misty Moonlight Fresh Freeze. I already have the blends. Yeah. See, I have them already. I have Fresh Freesia. Huh. That looks more like Bubble Bath. Interesting. I'm wondering if the new blends are closer to the marker. We shall see. I'm just pulling these out of my color thing. The Misty Moonlight blends that I already had. So that's why I ordered some blends and not the others, because I had some blends. Like I just didn't have the older colors, like the Blueberry Bushel and the colors I had from before. I didn't have the blends for them, so I got the new ones. Alrighty, let's do this. This is the only ink pad, so let's play with it. It's called the Lost Lagoon, and we're gonna see how well it looks. She loves them all, but she liked Rococo Rose. Okay, Melissa's here and said she liked Rococo Rose. Okay, thank you. Would hydrogen peroxide take that out of my shirt? Oh, no, will it stain my shirt, though? I'll try it as soon as I go inside. I'll try, usually I try a baby wipe to keep it wet, and then I go inside. So, we'll see. Hopefully it comes out of my shirt. Luckily, my shirt has a busy pattern on it. All right, so Lost Lagoon. I'm just looking for the thank you one. This says, hooray, it's your day. That would work, too. We'll just do hooray, it's your day, because I don't know where the thank you stamp went. Ooh la la. This is also from Irresistible Blooms. Let's put that up here near the Lost Lagoon, right next to it. Ooh, I'm very happy with this ink pad. So we've tested everything. That looks good. And then we'll just fly through these colors quickly, because you've already seen them. We're not opening them, but we're just flying through the pile. Put that over here. This is the Misty Moonlight cardstock, and you're going to get one of every color of cardstock in the cardstock share. And I don't do any little skimping and cutting for you and all this stuff. You are getting a sheet of it, so you can actually make 2 cards out of your cardstock share. Bubble Bath, love this color of pink. What a fun pink. I'm finally glad we got a happy pink again. I mean, Flirty Flamingo is kind of happy pink, but it's a darker pink. I'm liking this one. Pretty Peacock, I would love this color. This is awesome. I was kind of sad when that retired. And a happy blue. Azure Afternoon. Okay, Blueberry Bushel's a nice blue. These two are kind of like, if you combine them both together, they're like the one that just retired called Pacific Point. So that's kind of a combination of those two, because I do like those. Okay, Lemon Lolly. It just seems so much lighter in the cardstock, doesn't it, than it does on the marker, but that's nice. Okay, and we have our Lost Lagoon. One thing that's great about our things is color coordination. Berry Burst. Okay, I guess I need the blends, right? Let's look. Let's look. I don't believe. Nope. Rich Razzleberry. Nope. Okay, I don't have Berry Burst blends. So note to self, get the Berry Burst blends, because they didn't make them at the time. So I thought I got them, but I didn't. That's okay. And then, okay, it says we need a stamp set with ooh la la. I know, really, with this, especially with these colors. Oh, I love this color so much. So cute. And then pecan pie. 3% is supposed to, okay, if the 3% is supposed to work. The 3% what? 3% alcohol and oil-based inks. Oh, she's talking about this solution. Okay, good. You guys are helping me with my stains. This is good. And the stain is up right up near my chest too. Like so. All right, now let's look at a few other things that just came in this package. Let's see. We have, this is something, when you get a demonstrator order, we're allowed to get certain things that only demonstrators can get. And my new team members get like a welcome packet. So one thing we try to put in there, my team members who help me, is like, we try to put in these stickers when we welcome the new team members. So I would call this a supply item. This is a supply item. And then another supply item are these really cool Stampin' Up! Folders that I do with what we use for the welcome packets. And then these are a nice wish list. I thought these would go nice with the catalog. So these are something fun that only demonstrators can order. But a lot of you are demonstrators, so I just want to show you just another perk of being a demonstrator, being able to pre-order these items like I just showed you before the catalog goes live. That's also a perk. And then being able to get supply items and things. All right, now, and being able to get a discount. I mean, of course, that's what it's all about, too. And you get a discount on top of discounts. So, for example, these were half price. I think they're still available for everything sequins. I told you about these when I was doing a shaker card the other day. I said we looked them up and saw that they were half price. So you get all of these. Like a ton of sequins. Way more than you get in the other package I was showing you. We did our shaker cards with. The ones we used for our shaker card the other day were called Everything. Wait, let's say For Everything Fancy Sequins. Everything. For Everything. Okay, the other ones were called Sequins for Everything. So it almost had the same name. Sequins for Everything. They're cheaper, but they're like also on last chance item. But those ones have like a smaller volume of sequins in them. So the For Everything sequins are a better buy, I think. Even though there's a higher price on them, you get so much more volume of sequins in this one. So check that out on the last chance item. I'm not sure if these are still available, but I love these guys. They're called Opal Rounds. And these are in the retiring list, and I was like ready to cry because they're retiring. I love these so much. They also look good as your little pearl. You can also use the flat back pearls, but they're not retiring. But these are nice when you want to use like a nautical thing with a pearl. And then the elegant faceted gems are pretty awesome. The pearl basic jewels are pretty awesome. I just got a bunch of things that were on last chance. What else is here? This is Zoo. We'll do Zoo in another unboxing. Just seeing if there's anything else here. Yeah, that's it for now. Well, next, stay tuned because I'm going to do, and we'll play with it. We're not just going to open it and unbox it. We're going to play with it. We got Zany Zoo. Zany Zoo dies we'll play with. We'll play with the Designer Series paper. I'm very curious to open these dies tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I do the unboxing and to see how many of these fit with these zoo animals. We'll die cut. Again, I have to clear my deck so I don't have another craft-a-lanch, as we're calling it. I mean, the kids went crazy over these little animals. I'm a big kid too. So these are really, really fun. Can't wait to play with those. So that'll be part 2 of the unboxing. We'll do that and some Designer Series paper. I have some country style Designer Series paper. Things I didn't get the whole suite of, but I want to show you the paper. I have this paper that has daisies on it because I was able to pre-order it. So I want to show you that paper. And I'm not going to open it till I open it with you because I want to actually give my honest reaction and live feedback as to everything that I ordered. Well, thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your evening. This is the Papered Chef, and I appreciate you being here.